Hi, I'm in Singapore. I am here to understand the Indian products in Singapore. And one such store, Kavitha 24-hour store, is what I came up. Very close to the Mustafa Centre. And I was very impressed in the shop as to how neatly the products are stacked, how well the assortment is actually decided. I have Sara Anna with me today. I want to just talk to him naturally and ask as to it is the third generation here in Singapore. Basically, I came to see the rice category in the store. Anna, so I understand that you are the third generation,
That's right.
and this is a 24-hour store.
That's right.
Why? What brings you daily to the store? Is it to serve the people? Is it the mix of products?
Basically, our forefathers, right? They are
Right,
almost they are from the business sectors.
right,
So basically, my father, since young, he's been in the business. So
right,
since after his retirement, I have been taking over the
right,
business. Yeah.
right,
So anyway, I know since young, I get to used to see people
right,
each and
right,
every day. Even though I
right,
go to schools and colleges, after my school time,
right,
usually I will come down to the shop and help my father.
right.
So I've been used to be serving the people always.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And how did this concept of 24 hours come into Singapore? Because people are always shopping?
Basically, like New York,
Uh-huh.
Singapore usually people doesn't sleep.
Okay.
So usually more around the clock 24 hours, you can see
Uh-huh.
people be hanging around the street.
Correct, correct.
So Singapore is one of the safest country where you can
Yes.
actually walk around in middle of 2 o'clock with
Yes,
about so much of gold or
right,
so much of cash. So
right,
there's safety is there.
right,
So people are like it's one of the most growing tourist places.
right, right, right.
So usually a lot of transit flights will be arriving in Singapore.
In
So
Singapore.
usually they have short period of 2 to 3 hours for their transit. So
Mhm.
sometimes people will just
Walk out.
have a small shopping and then they will be back to the airport again for their next flight. Yeah.
Right, right. I'm actually also very impressed at this time
Right.
to see a lot of ponni rice on the shelf.
Yeah.
So different brands are there, different qualities are there, and the quality is also very good. After once we finish speaking, I will just make and show how the quality of the rice is. And I also see a lot of pulses, spices, Indian products. So a store
Yeah.
which is a grocery store, can it? You think you can directly buy from India, or you normally rely on local distributors?
No, normally we rely on the local distributors because we don't do in a bulk sectors
Right,
because this is a tourist spot. So
right,
usually we keep it this for emergency purpose.
Right.
People have been staying around here.
right,
I mean, people do their own packing from India and they transport it here. But
Right.
for us, we usually we do it from the local distributors only.
right, right,
But
right,
you can actually do it if you are doing distribution for other shops as well. You can
Right.
actually bring it from yourself and then pack with your own brandings.
right. What if you have 5, 6 stores? If you increase your number of stores, then might be
Yeah, that might be the right choice. If you have a lot of outlets, you can actually do it yourself rather than taking from the distributors. That
Right.
You have a better margin over there.
right. And for somebody from India,
Alright.
if they want to come to Singapore and find out what kind of products that India Singapore takes, what is the best approach? Do you think? What I did at that time, I went into a supermarket.
Alright.
I just observed the shelf. Like I see that some products are directly from India.
Right. Because what is Singapore is open market.
Right.
So like India, when you let's say if you are taking Kisan,
Right.
you have a local distribution.
Correct.
You are the only one who can distribute that specific
product.
brand to that area.
Right.
Singapore, there's no control over who is distribution. Similar item, 5 people can take the same item.
Okay.
So there's no distribution control is over here.
Oh, meaning that if there is a Nissan brand,
Yes.
anybody can
Anybody can take. 5 distributors can supply the same product. There's no control over the product.
take. Okay, it's a free market.
Free
kind.
market. Yes,
Uh-huh.
exactly.
And then there are products and brands
Yep.
who is local to Singapore.
Yep.
Then they have their own brand, and then there is a distribution also.
Yes. Correct.
So if somebody from India wants to come and say and supply, either they can try and see if they can send their own brand,
Alright.
or they can work with importers in
Yes, they
Singapore.
will just do a packing for them. with
Right.
their well, like the dal, right? Sometimes some distributors they take from the same company, but
Right.
the packing they will get it separately.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So in this particular store, from say rice to spices to pulses, normally a grocer who is there, you can find I think almost anything. I see atta here. I see a lot of Indian brands here. So when people come, normally do they really ask for that brand or
No. See, very rare people look for brands.
right?
So usually, because in market there's about 300 brands are in the market,
Right.
including the
Right.
local brands from Malaysia, local products,
Right.
which they used from. Though they pack from India, they have their local brands.
Right.
Like
Right.
this company like House Uti is from Sri Ambigas, the company
Right.
from they have
Right.
their own brand as well.
Brand. Right.
Like see, this is their own brand.
Right.
Uti is
Right.
not from India. This
Right.
is their
Own brand.
own brand.
In Singapore.
Yes. So
Right.
they do pack from India, but they printed with their local brands.
Local brands. Right. Right. So I will mention a few products, Anna.
Yeah.
You have to tell me where could it be coming from to your shop. Like rice,
Like mostly India.
mostly India.
Yeah, mostly.
I see tender coconut outside.
And coconut Malaysia.
Malaysia. Cooking oil.
Cooking oil India, Malaysia. Where normally like sunflower oils all mostly come from India.
Okay.
Like those local brands like this one is usually from Malaysia, Thailand.
Okay.
You see, this is a product of Malaysia.
Product of Malaysia.
Yeah.
Correct. Spices.
Mostly the spices here, right, come from India, Myanmar.
Okay.
Myanmar usually they do a lot of spices as well.
Okay.
Next to India, like the dals,
Myanmar,
they come from Myanmar. Like you see this moong dal from Thailand.
Thailand. Yeah. Okay. And moong dal is a word. Do you think it is a Thailand word or I think might be most Indian word? I think moong dal.
No, yeah. I mean, moong dal is actually an Indian word.
Indian word,
Yeah,
but a product of Thailand.
Yeah, but because compared to our foods, right? The Thai cuisine is almost similar to our Indian cuisine. You can see
Right.
the gravies,
Right.
the curry almost similar to our style of cooking.
Right.
And
Right.
maybe it's slightly bit more sweet.
Right. Salt and sugar.
Sugar is also same. Malaysia.
Malaysia.
But usually
Okay.
because those heavy products, weight products, right? They don't
Right.
bring it from India.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Wheat
Wheat only from India. Yeah.
only from India.
India, I think since the India control of wheat, right?
Yes.
They used to bring from Dubai as well.
Correct. Okay.
But though the Dubai brands are there, Indians still prefer to go for India brand only, like
Right.
Pillsbury or Ashirwad.
Right. My next question was I asked to ask about this restriction which happened in India
Yes.
for wheat, then it happened for rice, then it happened for sugar. So when that happened, did you face shortage of
Yes.
rice?
Not only about the shortage, the price increase.
Price increase. Okay.
Normally like at $9 Sata was selling at $50 to $80.
Oh, is it?
Even in online
Platforms.
So though we can get a better margin, it's
Right.
very difficult for us to sell the product. For the
Right.
customers to buy the product, so it's very difficult.
Right.
So that time was a very crucial period for us to
How many-
even explain to the customers.
How many days or how many months did it last?
I think about 2 months.
It lasted.
Almost 2 months. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Now even the whole wheat, I think they still control the
Yes,
VAT.
yes, correct. And do you think the importers and distributors did a fairly good job?
Yes.
They were able to,
They those balance stock which they have previously, right?
right,
Though they can actually just push up the price,
Right.
they're able to give us at a reasonable price so that we can give the customers as well as a reasonable price.
right. And all of them FMCG like say soaps, shampoo, etc. Those also do you think mostly comes from India?
Yeah, like we have products like Synthol,
Right,
Lifebuoy,
Indian brands,
from
yeah.
Indian brands, like
Right.
they have the toothpaste from India as well.
right.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you so
Alright.
much, Anna, for taking
Sure,
time.
bro. Nice
It was
meeting you.
great talking to you.